Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing well. This is going to be a very quick video. I have been speaking lately with one of my contacts, and we've been speaking about a few things, actually. He's doing a video which will be coming soon. I think he said he'll finish it this weekend. But this is going to relate to something that he's doing. Because it relates to our discussion. Anyway, I'm going to let you listen to a clip. And this is something that Darth Dawkins has said many times, where he is talking about the uniformity of nature or miracles. Both of them tie in together. They're related. But basically what Darth says, this is paraphrasing, Darth says that God could supersede the laws of physics, but that it wouldn't mean that God would have to actually violate the laws of physics. It wouldn't be a violation. It would merely be God superseding. Okay? So I'm going to let you listen to that claim first, or that clip. Here it is.
Physics by breaking the laws of physics. So what you're really saying is that you admit that these miracles are breaking or suspending the laws of physics. You're just choosing to rephrase it and ignore that fact because the way that she pointed out to you was inconvenient for your argument.
That's a complete.
Yes, it is.
That's a complete misrepresentation of what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Okay. You're changing.
Let me explain something to you.
But the effect is the same.
Let me explain something to you. Okay. Since God upholds all things by the power of his will, God at any moment can supersede the regularities themselves that do not change. So
okay, can you go ahead and
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Okay.
Explain the difference.
I'm not done yet. Now, the problem. Yeah, listen. If you want to keep on over talking me, high IQ, I don't want to have to meet you. Now, God superseding and producing certain events that are amazing or awe-inspiring may be interpreted by the human observer as being a violation of the laws of nature or an abrogation, but it doesn't necessarily follow. If you take...
Okay, if you jump into water and you're there for about 5 minutes without servicing, will you drown?
In whose worldview?
Oh, for God's sake, you are goddamn moron, aren't you?
Well, since you claim to be a Christian, in your worldview or in my worldview as a Christian, God has created this world to operate in a regular way, unless he chooses to supersede but not violate those regularities.
Okay, now I'm going to explain the reasoning behind why Darth says that. I'm not going to go into detail because I've already did this before in other videos, but I'm just going to give a quick paraphrased. I'm going to give the rationale behind why Darth is saying that. Okay, and again, he flip-flops on this. Okay, he contradicts himself. So just depending on which version you're listening to. But I'm going by the version where Darth is talking about God and saying that God does not change. Okay, there are certain qualities that God has or certain attributes, but God does not change. Sometimes he even quotes the Bible where there is a verse that said something like, I am God, I change not. Okay, so that is sometimes the argument that you will hear, is that God is immutable, his character and his properties are immutable, and he does not change. Now again, this is with the caveat, I'm not going into detail about the accidental properties versus other properties. I'm not going into detail right now about that. But what I am going to do now is let you listen to another second clip. Here it is.
Why somebody jumping out of an airplane falls to the earth is because of the curvature of time-space. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So
Now, if you put a jetpack on them, that jetpack would be a force that is counteracting the curvature of time-space, but the curvature of time-space has not been eliminated.
Yeah. So, yeah, I accept and understand what you're saying with the model now.
So
I guess
miracles could hypothetically be interpreted as a cessation or a violation of the laws of nature, but it doesn't necessitate that.
Okay, so to those of you who have not already picked it up, have already seen the problem, I'm going to explain. Now, basically, starting out in philosophy, whenever someone uses that word could denotes a possibility. In other words, if somebody says that X could take place or that somebody could do X, it means that there is a possibility. It opens up the door to the possibility that it could take place or that some state of affairs could be the case. All right? So what Darth actually did when he said that there is a possibility or that it could be the case, whether he realizes it or not, whether he admits it or not, or whether he even knew that he said it or not. The fact is that what he actually did was he neutralized his own previous position. So this isn't something that I'm trying to show is so much of a contradiction. That's not what I'm trying to point out here. But what it is Darth basically neutralizing his own previous comment. Because once that came out of his mouth, there was an admission that something could take place or that it even hypothetically could be the case. And I've already did videos recently about Darth talking about hypotheticals. He flip-flops on that just as well. So again, depending on which version, depending on how Darth feels at any given time, or whatever he feels to say at any given time, you're going to see two versions. But what he actually did there was he relinquished his ability or relinquished the previous claim. You know, so in other words, I'm trying to think of the word. He relinquished his claim to say that there could not be a case where the laws of nature are actually being violated. Okay, let me put it that way. So in other words, it could be the case that it is a suspension, according to Darth, and also according to Darth, whether he realizes it or not, by Darth's own admission and by his own words, he is basically saying that it could be the case that there is a violation, not superseding, but a violation of the laws of nature. Okay, thank you for watching.